flash just to see if anybody decides to push B. Common strategy on Cash is to triple push B side of the map with just with more than one player. Manise finding the smallest pixel to work with.
Tarek trying to pinch onto Manise. He's still trying to skewer this. He doesn't want to go down, doesn't want to retreat. Wants to take a body with him. But the first casualty here to the CTs will come in the form of Taz, dropped off E-Box as Fur splits into the site. Reitz will nullify him, and finally Tarek's able to get himself out from the doors. There were flanks upon flanks in this round, and so, as everybody dies for Kinguin, first point of defense will be Rollin, and he's now getting curious. Now he's walking around, and he's got himself at least the first kill here, but he cannot handle the pressure of an additional 2 players in his face. Now, at least Kinguin have gotten their rotates over to the A site. They will be in position to try and stop this. But Manise, he's still got his eyes up. This is great from Kinguin, 4v1 with Fallen left. And because of the smoke grenades, Kinguin could wait on the other side, just like they had been doing since the get-go.
Reitz is in the vents as well, so that adds a further dynamic to this mid play that MIBR have been continually on. Reitz is actually going to find first blood as well. Coldzera can only stand so long on that boost, as now it's just going to be left to the main and Squeaky split. A retake setup from Kinguin, and it could only get better than this. It couldn't get better than this because they've already found 2-man advantages. MIBR are going to have time to get this bomb down on the site, but it's going to be a bit of a task to hold onto it in the post plant.
Yeah, certainly considering the double incendiary still up for Kinguin and the proximity of Rollin. I mean, he could skewer this here and now. He will get himself the first in the continuous. Fallen back by Fork, only good for 1.
Kinguin are going to take advantage of that. Feels like they've finally got like kind of a good feel for what's about to happen. Trades go crazy at mid. Tarek and Fur find 1 apiece. Taz in the midst of it gets his, but that's going to favor MIBR all day.
And the only A defender, Manise, is cleared out through A main. So he's going to double back and try to take Squeaky Door, but I feel like Fallen's got his head on a swivel.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa!
You hate to see it.
That?
As long as they hold onto that Squeaky Doors, could be very good for Kinguin.
And he knows that there's an opera over here because he heard Manise shoot. So Coldzera not spotting anyone on highway is going to try and clear out Z, but look at the clock. There is 8 seconds left. This bomb has to go down. It's going to try to plant itself on the other side of red. The players in sight can do nothing to stop it. They found a safe spot to plant that is so smooth, but it's not over because Reitz is still in here. And he's got his work set out for him. Too much to handle, but I think they've realized that since they had the chance to head out towards the B site, Kinguin would have thrown a man over on that opposite side of the map, and sure enough, then Coldzera gets the rotate. So really cool last round, kicking this one off into the favor of MIBR. They lose Fur in mid as he gets 1 kill of his own. The double op still up for Kinguin. And you can see they're very curious. They're trying to clear out the A-halls. But Manise with a flick shot and denial from Fallen.
He didn't even see him. Like, he didn't have any time to see him there.
Couldn't hide.
They can't run either. Miles is going to get cut down from behind. Stewie this time ready outside the Squeaky Door. And Rallen, he's all that's left up.
It's going to be very difficult past that point, especially when pressing rotations.
This is a bit of a shift. A much more aggressive stance coming out of the counter-terrorists, and look what it nets them. A 5v3 with a B push that leaves the bomb back and gives a chance for Rollin to sneak forward.
Yeah, especially after you have a 5v3, there's no way MIBR expects continual aggression from Kinguin. Bait shots in through the grate, but Rallen's going to be the one finding the crack. He even gets close to doubling it, but Stu pulls it back. Either way, I don't think Kinguin can be too upset about that one.
I like that they always work back towards middle. One of the reasons teams do this, even though you run out of time, and he has to flank out for middle east, that might just close things up. Knows exactly where the last person is as well. Stu making it known. If he didn't already, ooh, what a shot! Cleans his clock. Can't pick up the bomb, however, and is traded out in the end.
Let's see if Kinguin can hold the tide.
Nice go back in. Misses his first chance, but he's been given a grace for just a second. Looked like he'd have a high hope, but no. Fallen even denying the heaven peak above, so 4v3 as bomb crosses over. Taz quickly trying to get some real estate behind. It's not quite certain whether or not there is an anchor here. Somebody holding on to the flank.
You're going to have an opportunity, at least with Coldzera, who's exiting through the vent. It's going to be Taz on the other side. Not the angle you're going to be looking at typically. He moves out of the position. Big error. Tarek even follows up to Rallen, so that is a complete failure from Kinguin.
Might be able to take Taz out. They see a chance here for a boost to have occurred, and Taz swings out wide with the crouch. Prey wants to fall off, but can't make the adjustment in time.
Nice though in sight. He's able to get himself a second. Taz was lucky to have been alive. Fallen. Yeesh. He's going to give up half of his health for that duel, and so it is the numbers game from Kinguin, which will eventually overwhelm him.
You can actually sit on top of the door, get another kill from a different angle into A-Main, fall back and fight again.
Two fast ones. Two very fast ones. Little utility for Mibr to try and work execution, so I feel like they just need to dwindle down numbers first. And while they do get one kill, they've also sustained another death, so things not looking any easier as we get further and further into this situation. But now it's Reeds' chance to really down.
Back turn, easy kill. Even if the orb's there, it's still going to be a clutch needed for Fallen. Fallen just hesitates only to further drop back into the vent room. He needs to check this corner, and he does. Looks away, and there it is. 6 rounds of Kinguin in the half.
I would love to go into great detail about this, but I'm pretty sure somebody's going to execute before I'm done, and I'll regret it.
Oh, look at this push. Stewie's already in the spawn. Mouse is going to trade things back, so it's not all bad for Team Kinguin. You did lose that man advantage, but he still just has a second player here. First, still aggressive as ever. Mouse still doubling down. Kinguin have actually made a bit of a mockery out of Mibr in this point in time, but where will they end up? It looks like the B site.
Yeah, you're walking into Coldzera. So, best of luck. He's got the cover to try and fall off after the duel. Eventually gets it, but it's used up a lot of his ammo. He's got 6 rounds left, and that's not going to be enough. Now, Fallen has to clutch. This is a 4K from Mouse. He could still find himself the ace, but it's Taz to take it.
The food stand by.
Stewie's just going to commit to the straight out and even takes down a third. He knew he had enough bullets to get it done. Here's Fur. He has come from the shadows to catch Taz by surprise. 1v5 on Mousino. He's already been found out, so this is just Stewie winning a round for the Brazilians.
There's not a lot of time left for this one. They've got to go fast. Luckily enough, Mibr, they've gambled completely on the wrong side of the map. They've thrown 4 players on B, and I have no idea why. There was no one in B main.
It's because they have A main control, so Fallen called. Hey, it's probably going to be B. You guys can leave.
He might be able to stop this. There's only 10 seconds left. If he drops a bomb, this round could be over. Fallen's found the first, and first doubled up as well, but the bomb has made its way to the site. It should just go down in time, but that could be it for Team Kinguin. It's surrounded by CT side, and there's only 1 player left up for this team. Kaz is going to grab a quick kill, but surely that'll be all she wrote. Somehow crossing for the bomb there, but...
Just spotting bodies for up and above. Cannot get himself the second. Now Stewie's got a flash to play with. That's when he tries to find his kills, but he's not going to force the issue. That's fine. They are still maintaining the push outward from Kinguin. They are still isolated inside A main, but those 2 kills where the CT step forward could definitely change things. I mean, the health is so incredibly low, but the clock's at 45 seconds, and we've got an interesting position from an ice where he's going to wrap around towards middle. If he skewers this A site, then it could put Taz in a position to succeed, but Fallen has moved towards a forklift, so his back not exposed, and now that the smoke has faded, Taz is on full display, and he just gets popped. His noggin sloppy. Nice now gets the chance, but he can't get either kill right away, so he's been figured out, and remember, 3 HP is all he has to play with.
Crossfires to try to figure out. Fallen just getting that information allowed him to know that Maniz would cross to the right side of Fork.
AWP versus pistols. Those retreat to the back of the site. Molotovs fire over it, so this is going to start to get hot. Aaron's got to step up as his teammate has already been taken out of the equation, but he's just hiding in the smoke, staying alive, delaying as long as he can, but he can't do a thing post that. Mouse takes him down, and that's 2 gun upgrades to the side of Kinguin.
2 CTs up now. But clearly they're not going for this round. Fallen just wants to deal some sort of damage. This is just one of those moments whereby Kinguin throw a Hail Mary, and it finds the players off guard. I mean, Tarek, he's in the back of the bomb site. They throw the smoke grenades at their feet to try and keep themselves alive. I thought that was a beautiful move from Tarek and his teammate to bail into the smoke and then off of the flash try to re-emerge. But he was just completely wrecked by a flailing CZ-75. And sometimes there's just nothing you can do about that. But here comes the execution into the A bomb site. We have seen smooth nade usage from Kinguin, and they've done a good job of flustering the defenders, making them move and not allowing for them to be comfortable in positions. but they have been comfortable in landing at 6 shots. The spray down from first, gonna be good for only 1, but again, you can't get past all of these bodies. They're so stacked up on the bomb site. MIBR just clamping down now, and a knife from Stewie!
Dang!
Nobody to help out Fur. He's gonna have to hope that maybe this goes over once. It does long enough for him to get himself 1 kill, but has this created any new jobs on Cash?
I'd say that this is actually, it's continued to be a good thing for the CTs. Even just making it a 4v4 makes it that much easier. We see how all the information that Tarek gained paid off. I mean, the economy's good in this town, you know. They're thriving. High-paying jobs at the very least. Even if there aren't many.
Good night, Coldzera. Fancy getting out orbed on the peak. Mouse is going to be in this B site now, and kinguin are up for a shot. Molotov is going to hold them back for a few more seconds. They've not got much of that. 15 on the clock as the bomb makes its way to the back of the site, and it is an open plant. With Reach covering the cross, it's a double push from MIBR, but it's a double kill from kinguin. I've got my dressing gown on and my cup of tea ready. Oh, it's a fast mid-play there for kinguin. House is just going to deck Stewie goodnight. The Penguins are out to play, it seems, and Fur's going to get mollied into the open. Another one to the slaughter for the kinguin side. This is a half-fight from MIBR. The AWP is the only rifle left up, but it might just be enough. Fallen does take down Taz in response. The thing is, those guns are pretty irretrievable unless kinguin give up the mid-control, which they do, only to go back towards B.
Coldzera's in the corner though, and he's got the element of surprise onto Rollin. He was trying to clear a little longer, and that's now going to allow for the double peek to come in. These eagle shots needed to get the kills because now they've been given a chance to disengage.
Holding the cross, he might be able to get the bomb. Oh, that's a big kill. Does he realize there's a second player up here?
It's going to be a close one.
He thinks he has to plant. Mozino pushed out of position, legged by the AWP, and now knows that he needs to deal with this threat as well.
It's going to have to be first contact, I'd say. I think he may have just heard the scope.
Yeah.
He just heard the scope from Manice. Now Manice is going to come across, and Tarek jumps over. No. They got it! Fallen setting up his team for success.
Oh, they
and
have
the defuse is there.
Oh my, they actually did it.
What was that, 2v5?
Maybe a nice scope. That's why Tarek jumps. He knows he's scoped in. It's still going to be a quick response coming in from kinguin. They've got themselves the double. Mouse is fired up. He may be tagged down to 30 health, but
this is not a done deal. We already know these orbs can turn around any possible position. And Cold has started it off.
Aggressed into A main, along with Coldzera getting his pick at B, allowing for the stack to come to the correct site. The first shot goes off.
Where that came from, the Molotov forces him out. He's got to move. He's got no smoke to cover it, but Reeds has already dropped him. 30 seconds left, and Fur can try and stop the bomb, but it will only help for so long. There's 2 players here in the trenches, and he's looking to get dirty. Second teammate coming in all the way from the flank, and now the bomb down on the site.
And they have to look for the third, which is Fallen's job. Molotov comes out to assist him in the move. Reeds actually finds the frag.
That could convince Fur to bail, even if he wanted to. The choice not his. Gets around the corner. Reeds trying to use a bit of a verticality. Now they're going to be able to close that gap. Look at the way they're bursting forward. Tarek and Stewie with 2. Fallen with a third, but now kinguin respond in the last possible moment. It falls onto Reeds, and he's dropped the bomb behind him. 15 seconds. He needs to prioritize plan. He's got it back in his position. But he's going to find no cover. So close, he's got to be cautious. Tarek's going to charge it in, so he tries to pin him into the corner, but Reeds with 6 HP has nothing left to do. He came off of the plan,